It is good for citizens to be armed, for citizens to have guns. It is good for citizens to have guns, the guns of war, as they call them, because that's why it's good for them to have guns at all. So if the government comes after the citizenry, then the citizens have some pushback, that they have some way to defend themselves. And having guns is a good way to deter the government from just roughshod running over the citizenry. And guns run the world. Look at the world. That's who makes the decision, is who has the guns. It's not the best idea. The best idea happens within a peaceful society, but if that society becomes unpeaceful, or if their two societies are competing, then it is the guns that decide right and wrong, and then once things calm down, you go back to the best idea. But the guns make the decision, and kids should understand guns. Kids should be taught how they work, that they're dangerous, that they are for taking human life, that is one of the main things they're used for, so they can understand this thing that is controlling the world they live in. And just because that's an unpleasant thing and nobody wants to look at it, that's a coward's way of not getting on top of the issue and making sure the children are prepared. That's a way to sell them out. And to pretend like we can give the government all the power and the citizenry just can trust the government, that again is a coward's way of looking at governments and the way they've behaved in the past. It's not hard at all to see, and we've had tons of psychological, you give people power and they will abuse it unless it is counterbalanced by some other power. And there are going to be consequences. There are going to be problems. People are going to get shot that don't need to be shot. And everything is a trade-off. Everything has a risk. And we need to do what we can reasonably to minimize those things. And once the anti-gun crowd stops thinking that guns are going to disappear and says, okay, I see the need for them, let's regulate things. Once the people who know that the guns are necessary can calm down, then we can have a reasonable discussion about, what rules should apply. But to take the guns away from the citizenry that's not a good idea.